A former communist militant wanted for 4 murders in Italy during the 1970s has been sent back to Rome after being captured in Bolivia. Officials confirmed that Cesare Battisti had been put on a plane and sent directly to Italy. Battisti was extradited after being found in Santa Cruz de la Sierra in an international police operation. This footage of Cesare Battisti was reportedly shot minutes before his arrest, and these photographs taken just after. Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte said on Facebook that the capture of Cesare Battisti was a long-awaited result, with Italian President Sergio Mattarella expressing satisfaction over the arrest. His extradition was confirmed by the son of the Brazilian president. Relatives of victims were relieved by the news.
La mia prima reazione è soddisfazione.
It's a chapter that I would like to close after 40 years. It's been very painful because every year that goes by, every time we're reminded of the issue, we live it in a tragic and painful way.
Ogni momento che ci viene riproposto la cosa, noi la viviamo in maniera tragica e penosa.
Mauricio Campagna's brother was also killed by Battisti.
The question that I would pose not only to Battisti but to all the terrorists is, if you had won your battles with the blood of all these Italians on your hands, what would you have been doing now?
Battisti lived in France and Mexico before avoiding extradition by escaping to Brazil, where he was given refugee status by the then President Lula da Silva. That move was reversed by Brazil's new President Jair Bolsonaro this year. Mary Colombell, Euronews.
Well, let's get some more on that extradition with journalist Paolo Manzo, who is based in Italy right now. Good morning to you, Mr. Manzo. You were, however, in Brazil in 2017, working in Brazil, and you came across Battisti in a bar, I believe. Just tell us about the conversation and how you came across him.
Well, he was there after he had been arrested, trying to escape to Bolivia. In fact, a few days before, then he was released, and I had information that he was in Cananea, the small fisher village. So I went there, and I just met him firstly in an internet point by chance. He was quite surprised to see me because I had already met him and drank some beers in 2015 during a presentation, so he knew me. And so he accepted, maybe for this reason, to have an afternoon talking with me for some hours and having other beers, because he loved very much to drink beer. And tell me.
And what did you find out from him? I mean, what sense did you get of how he views what he did in the 1970s, or at least, you know, what he's accused of doing in the 1970s?
Well, he denied this, and mainly just to have an empathic conversation, I tried to speak with him, and he accepted about everything, about the political situation in Brazil, in France, in Italy, and the impression I got, it was of a person that was totally dissociated from the Italy of nowadays, and because he didn't almost know anything. Of course, he always denied, but he is proved also French justice after the Italian justice and the Strasbourg tribunal decided so, and Brazil too decided. I just correct, it has been Bolsonaro, the new president elected, but Temer, the former one, to decide to extradite. So the image was of a fragile person that knew that he was losing all the protection. That's why he tried already to escape to Bolivia at the end of 2017 when I met him in this bar in Cananea.
And did you get the sense that this was someone who, back in the 70s, when he was convicted for those murders, that he was acting from a political persuasion, or did you get a feeling that he was the politics was subsidiary to perhaps a violent tendency? Did you get any sense of that?
Well, I got the sense of a poor chap that killed two persons, that had to kill other two persons, and the actions, if they were hidden behind political reason, they were just criminal acts. That's my impression, and that's actually what really happened. Of course, he denied any involvement, but everyone, 99% of the people I met that are accused of killing someone and condemned to do, or for corruption too, like his protector Lula da Silva, Bolivia and Brazil, they deny every charge. I never met a guilty person admit that he did what he's accused of for.
Of course, of course. Now that he's heading back to Italy, what kind of justice do you think he'll face there?
Well, I think it won't be prison life's jail, but he had already passed more than 4 years in prison in Brazil. This will be discounted. Then I think that he could stay either 4 or 5 years in prison. Then before 70, I will think he will get some kind of possibility to do part-time prison, maybe just to sleep in jail. But this is just to come. We will see, but for sure he won't stay for his life sentence. That's my provision.